Hey, what's up guys, Kaya here, and in this video we're going to take a look at the new Containment Site facility type coming to PlanetSide 2. So this footage is all from the PlanetSide 2 test server. The devs have put out an update to show off their latest work in progress. For now, this new mega structure is only going to be on Esamir, and as far as I could tell there were only 3 on the entire continent, replacing the old facilities of Excavian DS-01E, Apex Genetics, and Invari Ruins. So as with everything in PlanetSide, 3 factions, 3 warp gates, it makes sense that there would be 3 of these new facility types. And this is by far the most complex facility that they've ever put in PlanetSide. And I have to say my first impression is that this thing is just awesome. So I'm just going to speak a little bit at the start here about my first impressions, general observations, and thoughts. But really I just want to show off the facility and give people a sense of what to expect if you can't make it to the test server yourself. So I'm going to try and keep the talking part brief, and then we can just let the footage play out. So off the bat here, let's just talk about the aesthetics. This thing looks absolutely amazing. Even from a distance, the silhouette itself is completely unique to the silhouettes of other facilities. Once again, just emphasizing the recurring concept of 3 in PlanetSide, it's got 3 primary entrances and the overall structure is the shape of a triangle. Pretty unique to PlanetSide 2, although not unique to PlanetSide 1, is the concept of multiple sub-levels. I can't even begin to count how many different floors there are because there are kind of in-between floors, which are more like landings than actual floors. So in the end, there's probably about 4 or 5 actual levels. I have to say right off the bat that as a PlanetSide 1 vet, I think this is kind of the embodiment of everything we thought PlanetSide 2 could be. In fact, this base kind of just reminded me that so much of the combat that took place in PlanetSide 1 happened underground in tunnels, in little sci-fi corridors, and they're kind of bringing that back. Even the walls and the art looks the same. There's nothing else in PlanetSide 2 that kind of captures that feeling of a smaller, intimate, claustrophobic kind of space. That kind of sci-fi, international space station kind of feel. And art-wise, they've gone all out. Every single room, every single entrance that you enter is like a bunch of new materials, and it just feels really good, really sci-fi, really futuristic. The whole thing feels like a Halo map mixed with a particle accelerator. If you thought explaining other facilities was difficult for new players, imagine what this is going to be like, because this place is a maze. It's a labyrinth. And honestly, that's kind of fun because we have to come up with new terminology for different rooms. We're going to find out over time what nicknames are going to catch on. So I'm sure, despite its complexity, after a few weeks, people are going to be very comfortable with where they need to go inside the base to capture it. And best of all, there's just elements of immersion everywhere. You've got these different rooms with plants and alien rocks and artifacts and consoles that power up the facility that can kill everybody inside the tower. It's amazing, and it definitely plays on the imagination and adds to the fantasy of a PlanetSide universe. And at the end of the day, it's just cool. But this base has such a variety of engagement areas that it's going to be incredibly interesting to see how it plays out. And I think we're going to see some battles unlike we've ever seen in PlanetSide 2, so really excited for this. So to enter the actual facility, there are 3 primary gates labeled A, B, and C in a counterclockwise fashion. And these gates lead to an interior ring that lead down to staircases. Note that there is no direct staircase from the A gate, but there is a direct staircase from the B and C gate. You'll then find these energized pathways that kind of help you navigate the interior of the base to lead you to the control points. If you enter through the C gate, that's going to lead you down to the C pathway for the C point, and then the B will take you to the B. So the difference there is that one's going to lead you to the west side, one's going to lead you to the east side of the facility underground. And then the A point is going to be found in the center of the facility, and that's going to be like the power room. Another way that you can get to this control point is by flying down or jumping down directly into the spire. And there you'll find a tunnel that it's going to lead to that control point. The inner spire leads directly to the A point of the facility, so you can imagine that's a very powerful way to attack the base. But just like the tides, that pathway is not always available, and it depends if the defenders have activated the defense, which energizes the inner spire and kills anything that goes through it.
SCU critical.
Basically harnessing the power of the Wrel storm into a defense weapon. So that's all I'm going to say for now, guys. I mean, this thing looks absolutely incredible. I think the dev team really killed it. I think they are really passionate about making more of this type of stuff, and the fact that it has been made is really promising, to be honest with you. And despite being such an old game, the future kind of is bright. And I think the main feature is that the fact that they were able to pull off a kind of PlanetSide 1 feel in PlanetSide 2, make it feel modern and fresh and a new fighting space, which I think is really what the game needs, is just some new maps. And this kind of proves that it doesn't necessarily need to be a brand new continent. We just need something different to fight on. And as a game artist myself, I can tell you that the amount of work that went into this one facility is equivalent to a large portion of the rest of this game, because so much of the game is modular. There's reused assets everywhere, and this base looks largely unique. So a ton of work went into this one. And so Rogue Planet, I give you guys props. This is really exciting. Can't wait to fight on this with the outfit. So I'm going to leave you guys with footage. You can feel free to just watch this. And if you're on Emerald TR and you feel like rolling with us, you're welcome to join us on Discord at 2raf.net. You can join us for an operation on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 8 o'clock Eastern. We'd be happy to have you. You can be in the outfit or not. We're always happy to meet new people and have new people join us. Thanks for watching, guys.